Hi friends, welcome back to Code Explorer. Here I am Pavitra Banerjee with you, and you are watching this video as a part of our front-end projects playlist. Okay, so here in this project we have took an initiative to build front-end projects to enhance your resume by using HTML, CSS and JavaScript only. Okay, so in this playlist we have already built three projects together. One is an uh, tic-tac-toe game, one is a PMI calculator, and one we have made an image search application using the Unsplash API key. Okay, so today we will build another project. So let's start the video. So as you can see that I am now inside my portfolio website here, and from here I will simply go to my project page here. And as you can see that now I am inside my projects page, and here I want to build this memory game today. Okay, so let me give an quick description of this. So here you can see that there it is written a memory game here, and here we have total 12 cards. So if you tap on it, the card will be flipped, and if the card mismatch, then it will be automatically flipped out, and if the card stays same, so the card will remain same and it will be unflipped. Okay, so today we will build this project. So let's start. So as you can see that I am inside my desktop right now, and here I have the front end folder here inside my desktop, and I will simply right click on it and I will open it with my VS Code. Okay, so as you can see that now I am inside my VS Code, and we have already built these three projects. So if you have not watched these videos, then please do check in the description box and link in the I button, and you can also check our uh, mm, channel also. There you will get those links and those videos. So please watch those videos after watching this video. Okay, so now what I do, I will simply create a new folder here, which will be for our memory game. So I have created a new folder here inside this front end folder. Here I want to create three files. One will be index.html. It will be for our HTML file, and now what I will create a style.css file, which will stand for our CSS, and one I want to create an JavaScript file, so script.js. Okay, here inside this I want to create a new folder also, which will carry our images. It is why, because as you already seen that here we have total, let me show that. Yeah, you can see that 1 2 3, and a JavaScript is also 4, and a Angular 5, and Vue is 6, and React it is 7. So we have total 7 picture images. Okay, so I have to add those images also. So I will simply what will I do, I will simply go to my folder here, file explorer, and there I have my downloads page here, and here you can see that I have already downloaded these 7 images. Okay, so what will I do, I will simply copy these 7 images, and then I will go to my desktop here. Inside desktop I have my front end folder. Inside the front end folder we have memory game folder, and there I have images folder, and I will simply paste those here. So here you can see that we have now our 7 images, which are basically SVG images. Okay, so now I will move to my VS Code again, and I will simply collapse this file for now. And now what I have to do, basically, as you know that VS Code has an emmet file abbreviation, which when I will type shift+1 inside my VS Code. Sorry, not in script.js. It is for our sorry. Okay, so when I will in index.html file, when I will click shift+1, at the time it will create the basic boilerplate for in the HTML file, and I will simply give it a name. Okay, and I will also open this also. Okay, so and now I want to simply collapse this, and I want to open this with our live server. As you can see that it has created an memory game web page for us, and as we have not written any code here, so the page is totally blank. So we have to create this whole project. So for now I want to build this in same page, so I will simply do this. I will split my screen, and now here I will do. So as you can see that what we have, first we have an memory game written here. Okay, so let me allow to write the memory game. So using h1 tag I want to write memory game. So memory game, as you can see that memory game is written here, and we will style this later using our CSS code. Okay, so now what we have, so as you can see that here we have basically 3 rows and 4 columns. Every row has 4 columns, so I have to build this. So for doing that I will simply create a section here. So and I will give it a class name, and the name will be, let's suppose, memory game. Okay, and here inside this memory game, what will we do, we will create these cards as and divs. Okay, so I will simply create divs. So to do that I will simply, and I will also want to give it a class name also, which will be, let's suppose, memory card, and I will simply hit enter. As you can see that VS Code by default gives us the div as image. Okay, and now what will I do, I have to insert the images here. So I will use the image tag, and src will be our images folder, and from there I will select, let's suppose, okay, Angular first. So I will write Angular here, and I want to give it a class name also. So class will be, let's suppose it will be our front face, because as you can see that here we have two different face of our cards. Okay, so we have to give this, I want to give this front face for now, and I have to insert another image tag here, and let's suppose it will be from our images section, and by default our back face will be the JS badge. Okay, so I will use this JS badge here. So I will simply give it a name or name, which will be JS badge, and I want to give it a class name also. So class name will be, let's suppose, backpack. What I am typing, I don't know. Set. So as you can see that here we have total 12 total 12 cards. So we have to create total 12 divs here, and we have 6 unique divs, so we have to create 2 divs pair. Okay, so I will simply copy this and I will paste this. Now let's see what is happening here. Okay, as you can see that this is coming here. So we have to create uh, 10 more right now again. So I will simply paste it for 10 times. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So now we have total 12 divs. what will we do? We need two angular, so then what will I do? Now I need an Aurelia here, so I will simply rename this Aurelia, and I will keep it as same because we need front page class also, and the JS badge will be by default. So I need to rename this also Aurelia. So this will be also our Aurelia. Now if you see that we have two Angular first, then two Aurelia. Now what I need, let's suppose I need our backbone.svg right now. So I will simply give it a name of backbone. I need these two, so I have to rename these also as backbone, and I will change the alt attribute also, which will be backbone. Sorry, my mistake. I left an angular here, so I have to rename this as backbone. So this will be our backbone, and this will be our backbone. Okay. Now to Aurelia, then to backbone. I need to change this backbone. So 1, 2, 3. I have to rename this. Now it will be, let's suppose, our uh, amber.svg, and I will simply rename this also as amber. Okay, okay, and I have to now rename this as amber. So this will be also our amber. Now rename this alt attribute as amber. Now I want our react. Okay, so I will simply change the name also as react, then I will change this also as react, then I will also change this also as react. Now I need to change this as view. I will simply change this as view. I need to change this as view, and I will simply rename this as view. Okay, here you can see we have now total 12 pair. 12 pair, that means total 24 images right now. So what we have to do now, what will I do? I will simply I will basically, okay, best practices, terminate these meta tags also. This will not affect anything, but use this will be best practices for you guys. And now we have to link our CSS file here. So style.css, I want to import this here. Okay, now I want to fix this style for this HTML page we have created right now. So I will move to my style.css. Here first I want to create a global styling. So star, then I want to give it a margin of 0, padding as 0, and I want to give it a box sizing, which will be border box. Okay, so we have given that. Now what I have to do, first we have this memory game here, right? So I will target this memory game. No. First we have our body tag here. Okay, so I will target our body first. So body will be, I think it should take a height of, let's suppose, 100 vh. And now what I can do, I want to give it an background color. So background color, let's suppose it will be uh, coral. For now, choose coral. As you can see that the background color has changed. Okay, so now I will target our h1 tag here, which is carrying this memory game. I have to fix this. H1, for h1 I want the first, I want to choose a font family here. So font family, let's choose, what font family should I choose? Cursive. Where is cursive? Okay, let's choose cursive. Okay, and now what I want to make the font size. Let's suppose it will be 30 pixel. No. I want it more, so 50 pixel. Okay, 50 pixel is perfect. And now I want to give it an font weight. Let's suppose it should be bold. Okay, perfect. And now what I want this text in center. So text align to the center. Okay, as you can see, the text is now in center. So we have successfully done this. Now what we have to do? Go to our index.html first. Then we have this section. So I will simply choose this class name, memory game. So I will simply uh, okay, memory game. Nothing big. So I will simply write it. I was trying to copy that. Nothing else. Memory game. Okay. So here what I can do. So let me show you here. As you can see that basically this is a square image. If you look, the total is a square, in square. So I have to fix this square. I want this first. Okay, so for doing that I want to give it a width of, okay, here, not here, width of, let's suppose 640 pixel, and I want to give it a height of 640 pixel also. Okay, we will fix this, not, don't worry. So now I want to give it a margin which will be basically auto. Now I want to make this as display. This will be flex. As you can see that we have fixed this. So flex would be wrap, flex wraps would be wrap, and now I want of perspective. I want to set the perspective as 1000 pixels. Okay. So I think this is enough for now for this. We will change this. We will make it stylish again. So let's move to the next step. So what is the next step? So I have to target the memory card basically. So let's target that. This is the class name. So memory card, I will target this, and I want to fix the width of this right now. Okay, so let me show you first. As you can see, in this width section here it has 4 in rows. Okay, so what will I do? I will simply use the calc function here. Calc, so it will be in 4, so 100 divided by 4 equals 25, so 25%, and I want spaces here, so 10 pixel minus. Okay, let's see. Here you can see the size are in order. Okay, right now this is in order. So okay, I have to choose the height also. So we want three lines. So what we can do, I will what I will do, what I will do, what I will do, what I will do. Yes, what I will do. I will use the calc function again, and this will be, I need three lines. Okay, so that means 100 divided by 3, that is 3.33. That is 3.33%. Minus I want from spaces to take this. Okay, now you can see this is overlapping now. This is overlapping now, right? But this is not overlapping. Basically, the same div Angular has. So we have to fix this. Okay, we will fix this. Don't worry. Now what I want to an margin here. So let's suppose margin should be for 5 pixels. Then I want an position for them. Position should be relative. Okay. For now. And then I want an transform property here. So transform property, let's suppose for scale, and it will be 1. What I'm doing. Then transform. Then I want an transform style. Transform style, let's suppose it will be as preserve 3D. Okay. And I want a transition here also. So transition will be, let's suppose, for our transform, and it will be for 5 seconds. We can give it 0.5 seconds. And I want an box shadow. I want an box shadow here. So it will be, let's suppose, 1 pixel, 1 pixel, and 1 pixel inside, and it will take an RGBA value here. So RGBA value will be, let's suppose, 0, 0, 0, and it will take 0.3. So you can see there is now a box. We have to fix this. We will fix this. Don't worry. So now what we can do? I will target the memory card, and I will put the active property here. So where is our active? So here is our active. So I will simply give it an transform here, which will be of scale 0.97 for now. Let's fix. Okay. 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 And what I want? I want a transition also. So transition will be, let's suppose, transform, and it will be for 0.2 second. I have made the spelling wrong. Transform. Okay. If you hover on it, certain property combines the transition property in pasting property. Okay. Now it is perfect. Okay. So what I can do now? I have to target these classes now to target these images directly. Now I will target these classes to target our images directly. So we have two classes here. So I will target our front face, and then we will target our back face also. Okay, now target this. Okay, I want an width of, let's suppose, 100%, and I want a height of them as 100%. Now what we can do, I want a padding within them. As you can see that this is now good but bad. I have to fix this. So padding, let's suppose padding will be, let's suppose, for 20 pixel. Now the size is perfect, but we have to fix this. So position, now let's suppose the position will be absolute. As you can see, now it is perfect, right? Is it perfect? No, we have to give it some more styling, because when we will click on it, when we will tap on it, it should be flipped. So we have to define them also. So what will I do? So position when will be absolute, then I want a border radius. Let's suppose I want a border radius here. So border radius will be what? Border radius will be for 5 pixels. By default 5 pixels I want. I want a background color for them. So the background color should be blue. Will it? So no. Let's suppose that one. Okay. Now this is looking great. As you can see, now this is looking great. Okay. We have made this. Now we have to make this able to be clickable. And I want another property. I have to add another property which will be backface visibility. Where is our backface? Backface visibility will should be hidden. Okay. For not we want that, because we don't want to visible the backface immediately. We will make this by using our JavaScript. Now what I will do, I want to target our front face, which will be, I want to get a transform property which can be able to rotate. How much? Rotate as y-axis should be 180 degree. Okay, 180 degree rotate. Let me check one. Okay, one more thing I want. Let's suppose, okay, I want to make this cursor as pointer. For okay, this is good. This is looking good now. So what will you do? We will have to move the hole here. Okay, I think we have written enough JavaScript, enough HTML-CSS right now. So now we should move to our JavaScript here. So what will we do? Okay, so as you can see that these are cards basically, right? So I want to create an constant which will be a variable of cards, and this will select the whole document by using query selector. Query selector all, and this will choose basically our memory game. Not memory game, not memory card. We want this to target memory cards. Okay. Okay. Now I want to initialize something. So let has flipped card, and by default I want to fix this at false. It is it will track that the card is flipped or not. Okay. Now I want to define one more variable which will be for lock board. So lock board will be basically also false, because we want to, by default it will be true. So I want that if it is true, then the board should be locked. At that time anyone can't tap on it. Okay, so by default we want to initialize this as false. And now I want to create the two cards function. So one is first card, and let me allow to create an second card. Basically these two will help us to store card skipping references. Okay, so we have simply uh, uh, declares them. We have declared them. Now what we can do? Now we have to create an function which will be able to flip the cards. Okay, so let's create. Okay, after building this, before building this, I want to add it here. After the section tag, I want to add a script tag where I want to add the script.js file. Okay, of course we have to link those files to work together. Now I want to declare a function here. So let's suppose function will be Flipkart. Let's suppose the function is Flipkart. So I want to check something first. So what I can check? So first we have to check that the board is locked or not. So I want to check it first. So if lock board, if the board is locked, then this should return early without executing other codes. Okay, then I want to check if, okay, we will check them later. Now we have nothing to check right now. First we have to create something. Okay, let's suppose create something. I will, if there is no has Flipkart, that means that we have not added any cards yet. At that time, what will we do? We will have to has Flipkart as true. It should return a value true. At that time, I want our first card to give an reference as this. Okay, this, and now I want that this should return now. This should return now. Okay, that what is it do basically when we have not added. Let me show you that when we have not clicked any cards here. Okay, as you can see that we have not added any cards yet. At that time when we will touch this card for first time, so it will initialize the first card as this, and this will return again. Okay, so now what we can do? Now we have to make this for second card, then we have to initialize the second card. Okay, and now what we want, if this is our basic, if this is our second card, at that time I want to this, and here I want to add a class list, and I want to add this as flip. Let's suppose for flip, name is flip. Okay, it is why, because I want to add an flip class name to the first want to when the card will be clicked. At that time I want to add an class name called flip, and it is why because I want to represent it visually using our CSS file. Okay, so we have to define our flip function in our CSS. We will define that later. Now what we can do? Okay, we have to check this. I have not checked this. Yes, that if this is equal to our first card, at that time it will work. So if this is equal to our first card, then it should return early and it should continue. Okay. Hope this is going correctly. Okay. Now we need if these two cards has been selected for by us, what we need? We need to check them that if they are similar or not. Okay. So how we can do that? So I have to, let me give it here that uh, comment here function check these two selected cards, not function, so it's function. Okay. Okay, I will write the function name later because I have not created the function. So let me create the function first. So I want to define another function here. So the function name will be, let's suppose, check for match. Let's suppose check for match. This is not our function. We have to make it function. This is now our function. So how we can do this? So to do this, we need to add some data framework to our HTML file. Okay, I have not added it yet, so I have to add this. This is very crucial work for now. So I want an data. I want to give it a name as framework. Okay, so the data framework will be, the data attribute can take any name after hyphen, and you can use this to target the element using your JavaScript code. Okay, so I will give it a name of Angular. If this is Angular, what will I do? I will simply copy this because I don't want to type this 24 times. I have to type it 24 times. And this is, let's suppose, JS badge. Oh, sorry. I don't want to give these names here, but we can give these names directly to our div. I will simply do that. I will simply give this div. Okay. So if it is Angular, then it is Angular also. Then it is our Aurelia. So I have to change the name. This is Aurelia. So I have to add these also, and this will also as our Aurelia. This is Aurelia. Now this is our backbone, so I will give it a name as backbone. This is also our backbone, so I will give it a name of backbone. We have not changed the alt attribute here, so I have to change the alt attribute also. I also, this will be our amber. Okay, now this will be our amber also. Okay, now we have 4 more left. So this will be basically React. This is React. This will also our React. Now this is going to be our view, and this is going to be our view also. Okay, so we have added the data framework method. So what will I do now? I will simply now use this check for match function using this data framework. Okay, so now what we can do, I want to create a variable name to let if it is match. So I'm going to create an if is match. It will be basically the first card's dataset, which is known as our framework, and it will be basically it should match this. Okay, if it is, then we can say okay. So I have to simply pass this check for match function here, control D. Okay, I'm not using it this, so I have to also define these also. If it is match, then what will it happen, and if it is not match, then what will happen. So let me see. If you can see that if this doesn't match, it will flip again. If it's match, then it will be stay strong. Okay, so I have to define this also. If is match, then if it's match, then what will I do? If it's match, then I want to give it a name that disable the cards. Okay, so I will have to function disable the cards. If it is not, then we have to not enable the card, flip the cards, unflip the cards, unflip the cards. Okay, so now we have to define these two okay, these two as a functions. I want to create these functions, so I will simply comment it and I will simply copy this. I will not type it again, control V. So now I want to create this function, so let's suppose the function will be disable cards. Disable cards, this will be our function name, and this will what will this do. I need to go here. This is clickable right now? No, this is not clickable. I have to make this clickable also. Okay, I will do it later. So function disable card, first I want to define that. So what will I do? So we have to remove the event listeners from them. So for that, first card dot remove the event listener. Remove event listener, which will be taken parameter click, and this will flip the card. So this is our function flip card. Okay, this will hit the card. This will remove this event listener from this flip card. Now same for the second card also, so I will simply copy this and I have to do this for second card. Okay, and when this event listener will removed from them, then I want to reset the whole board. Reset the whole board means it will carry the it will basically like this. When these are we have to cancel the event listener from them, and then we have to made these buttons only clickable, but we don't need to clickable this made. Okay, so to doing so, I have to define another function here, so which will be for basically resetting the board. Okay, so how can we go? Well, one is error, one is oh sorry, I have not made this yet. Okay, okay, I will make this. So now what I want to this, I want this. I have to make this function now. So let's define another function here. So I want to define another function, so that will be, let's suppose unflip cut. Okay, unflip cuts. So this will, what will this do? First, when this unflip cut will do, first it will lock the whole board. So I want this lock code as true. Okay, this will lock the board. At the time, I want to set a timeout, because as you can see that when these are checking, after sometimes they are taking executing this function. So I want to add and set timeout. I will set a timeout here. So I want to create an arrow function here. Inside this, first I have to remove the flip. I want to remove the flip class list which we have already added there. So first card, then we want to remove, no, first we have to define the class list property. Then I want to remove this, remove the property which is known as flip. Okay, and I will do the same with the second card. My bad luck. Second card of class list dot remove, and it will be flip. Okay, now what I want, when it will be doing the same, at that time I want that it will also reset the whole board. Let's suppose. So simply I have to define a function there. So I have not defined that, so I am writing this because I have to remind that that's where I have to put something. Okay, so this is why I am writing these comments right now. So I have to reset the board, and here I want to in this I have to set a timeout here. So the timeout will be, let's suppose, 1500. It is because of 1.5 seconds. It will stand for 1.5 seconds. So as you can see that we have already defined this. So I will now simply copy this. First I will cut this. Otherwise, I have to enable cards, unflip cards. This is what you have to do. Okay. Now I think it's perfect. Let's see here. Nothing happens here because we have not added any event listener to this. We will do this later. Wait. First, now I want to build this resetting board button. Okay, resetting board function. Okay. So do that. I have to create another function. Let's suppose reset board. Okay. Function reset board, and this will basically the reset board will basically initialize the default value again. Okay, it will do nothing again else. First we want to do this. We have to define this here again. So what will you do? Inside an array we will create has Flipkart and the lockboard. This will be basically false or false. Yes, this is giving a perfect. Yes, and we need another thing that we have to we have made this, so we have to make this as null, nothing else. So I will simply create another array as for first cut and for our second cut too. And then we have to define this as null and null. Okay, this is basically the function of our reset board. So I will simply click type it here. I will simply pass this function callback using callback here. So okay, now I need to create another very special function which is known as IIFE. That means immediate uh, immediate invoke function expression. Okay, I need to create an IIFE in for this code to complete this code. I need this because I want to make this quick. So and I need this. Okay, so I want an function here. So the function will be, let's suppose, shuffle. Shuffle. So the function shuffle, what will this do? I want to create this function. This will simply cut short for every for each. So I will use the for each, and here I need to create an basically uh, it is why I want to creating this, because we have to shuffle the um, uh, uh, shuffle their order. It is why shuffle their position basically. It is why, because if any user know that this is here, these tools are here every time, so they can win easily. So when I will refresh this, you can see that in there and there are not same elements. Okay, this is why we have to use this. I am going to make this, so I will simply create an arrow function here. So the arrow function will be, let's suppose, I want another variable which will be random position. So I want an math.floor first, math.floor first, and then I want this as math.random here, and it will pass 12 because we have 12 cards. 12 cards. Okay, so let's see. It's 12 right now. Now we have to give the cards style. We have to define the card style. So card style, and we will pass the order of them. what the hell, card dot style, card dot style, and we will pass the order here as random position. Yes, it is suggesting me perfectly. Okay, now I will simply terminate it, and I have to pass this as function. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to make this clickable also. We have not made this yet. So card dot for each card, we will use the arrow function again. For each card, the card will add an event listener. So I will add an event listener here, which will be basically by click. By click, I want this by click, and at that time I want our Flipkart function here, nothing else. Okay, now the cards are right, but this is doing nothing because okay, one thing we have left, that is we have defined the flip function here, but we have not defined the css value, so I have to define this also. So what will I do? I have to define this. So where I have added this here, let me see this. I have set this inside the memory card. Okay, so I have to go to style of css. So inside our memory card we have defined another flip function, flip class, and the flip class will basically nothing, will do nothing. It will transform, and it will also rotate y axis, and the value will be 180 degrees. Okay, that's it. Now check. Okay, something wrong is happening here. So I have to check it once. Okay, let me check. So I think this is working right now because we have checked this, and as you can see, the card is flipped also. And if it is not matched, then it is also unflipping also. This is backbone, so backbone and this backbone. This Avila view. Okay, I have found this. If it is view and this is also view, then you can see that they are not unflipping, that they are now disabled. And now we can flip this React, and here it is React. Okay, and if we reset the board, if we refresh the page, then you should see that this position will be not remain same. You can see that here was our view, and here was our view. View is here, but view is not here. Here was our React, here our React is not. So if it is, and here is our Orilla, and here is our another Orilla, so it will remain same now. So we have made this project, but now what we have to do? Okay, first let me show you that what we can do with this. Basically, I want to make this responsive, and I don't want this. Okay, so for doing that, I have to go to my page here, and inside the css file I have to write some more code. So here I have to make this responsive, so I will use media query. So media, then media string, and yes, it is suggesting me perfectly maximum with 768 pixels. Now what I want to body should be display text. I want nothing here. Okay, now if you see for 768 pixels are having empty. So let me remove the code because this is not required here. Yes, I think without this the code is really very perfect. Yes, now you can check that while they are checking we can't tap anything, and when the check is complete we can tap. Okay, so I think this is perfect. Now I want to add something more here, so what will I do? I want to add a footer section here. I want to add a footer section, and inside the footer section I want to say copyright and copy. C will be capital and https Google.org. Now I want here a span tag. Inside span I want to write my name, Pavitra Banerjee, and here what I want this. Now check this here. What this is? What made I have? What wrong I have made? Copyright and copy. Anchor tag. Span tag. Yes. It is perfect. But what? Why this is showing is like this? What is this? What is this? Okay. That was nothing. That was some glitch maybe. Okay. So now you can see that this is perfectly okay. So I want to style these also. So what will I do? I will simply give some class name. So I will give it in some class. Let's call foot, and I want an class name here. It will be, let's suppose, name. Okay. So I have to target this. So what can I do? I can directly target our footer section here. It's with this, and here I want to give it an first I want the text alignment should be in center. Okay, so let me check while doing. Now text is in center like this. We have okay. Now what we want, I want to fix the position should be relative. Okay, no, I need this absolute 5. I don't want this position factor here. Uh, Simply background color. I want the chocolate one. Okay, no, this is not going perfect with this. If this is not showing. Uh, Color combinations are very wrong for me. Okay, it's great. Now what I want and uh, padding. I want an padding of 20 pixel side. No, 20 pixel and 10 pixel. Okay, okay. So I think this is perfect. Now I want to change the name. So I have given the name. So the name ID will be basically for font family. First, I have to select the font family, which will be also cursive, and I want the font weight, font size. Let's suppose large, and now I want to give it an font weight, and this will be, let's suppose 700. Let's suppose 700. Okay. Let's suppose now I want to give it an uh, color. Color should be, I want this crimson one, and inside the anchor tag I want another class name here also. Class name will be, let's suppose link. So I will simply target our dot link, and I want the text decoration as none. Okay, as you can see that this is now perfect. I think this is perfect right now. Right, we have made this beautiful uh, memory game, so you can definitely showcase this as your front end project. So I will also share the GitHub repository link with you inside the description box, so please do check the link. And if this code helpful for you, then please follow me on GitHub. Okay, and I will also share my Replit profile link. If you have not any GitHub profile, then you can simply go to Replit. There you can access the link. Then you can also follow me on Replit also. And I will also share the posted link of, let's suppose, for the code pen. Okay, with you in the description box. So if this video is really helpful for you, then please hit the like button, and please leave a beautiful comment for me that how you are looking for this channel, or how what are you looking for me, that what should we bring for you guys. And if this video is helpful for you and you want to share it with your friends, then you can definitely share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed our channel yet, then please subscribe the channel, because I will bring these types of video every day. So please to subscribe now. So this is for today. So I will see you in the next video. So till then, keep programming, keep watching our channel, and stay safe and happy coding.